All right, guys, here we are at SHOT Show 2023, Day 3, Part 2. Katie, what are you excited about? Where are you going to go now?
I'm going to go find a Red Bull because I'm exhausted.
Can you get me some too? Because I need it.
I guess fair enough. Guys, we're not sponsored by Red Bull, by the way.
Okay, yeah, whatever. I need some.
Okay.
Because, okay, I need to get my Red Bull first, and then I got to go to this booth right behind us, B&T. They got
Then there's
really cool
no
stuff.
way you're going back to get a Red Bull first. Just saying. Anyways, you're going straight to
Okay,
B&T.
sure. You know what? You got me. I'm going to go here first, probably fall asleep, and then go get a Red Bull, and then come back and finish.
Yeah,
Whatever.
and Clint decided he's going to go do something cool and have a meeting without us, so it's fine.
Yeah, I know.
He's going over to like
LMT
or something. I don't even know who they are.
Yeah, me too.
JK, I totally know they are.
They're amazing.
That being said, I think Grant and I are going to head over to Ruger because we haven't hit there yet. Anyways, yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
So guys, just so you know, thanks for following us on a outside the warehouse. You know, we got a couple uh-ohs with YouTube, so that's whatever. I don't care what they call it. Anyways, that being said, we are just going to roll into it while we have the little bit of energy we have left. So let's get to it.
Let's do it.
We're over here now with a pretty legendary and reputable optics manufacturer, TRIJICON, and we've got John here today to talk a little bit about some sort of LPVO that you've got going on.
Yeah.
And John, thanks for taking the time, and take it away, man. What do you got?
Absolutely, thank you. So this is our 1:8 28 VCOG, but it's a commercial version of the SCO that the Marine Corps is fielding right now.
Right.
So, you know, pleased to be able to offer this in the commercial market. But, you know, this is the legendary VCOG that is hands down the most durable, most ruggedized variable power optic out there. You might notice, you know, the housing here starts off as a solid block of aluminum forging, 7075 T6 aluminum to be precise. Machine everything away and then turn this into a 1:8 by 28. Yeah. So you've got illumination control right here that is LED illuminated.
Yep.
Runs off of a AA battery. We recommend for longer battery life using a lithium battery.
Yeah.
The mount on this, the base is the LWRC LT799 quick release mount, and you've got the adjustable nuts here that you can adjust the tension on that yourself, which is completely toolless. Also comes with Tenebrex flip caps, and all the markings are consistent with what we do on the SCO VCOG for the Marine Corps, and including the reticle that's in here. So first focal plane, but a reticle that was supplied to us by the Marine Corps and commercially available.
Right. So that's really cool. I am happy that, you know, it is first focal plane. That is something that is really cool. The 1:8 is awesome. I mean, you're pretty much doubling the magnification that the ACOG already has right now, which is a fantastic optic. Right. No one love it and everything. You know, my biggest criticism of the ACOG, you know, you got that little bit shorter eye relief, and that goes away with the VCOG, and that's variable too. You've got a much better eye relief on this guy, and it's solid, man.
Yeah. You've got nearly 4 inches of eye relief, and it's a very forgiving eye box.
Yeah.
So having that head position that had to be very precise with the 4x32,
right?
You know, this helps eliminate. So when you're in different shooting positions, different scenarios, you know, you're going to be able to get a good cheek weld and eye relief.
Right. Well, it's an impressive optic. You know, I've been playing with like some of the 1-6s that we get in every now and then, and I'm a fan of the VCOG, right?
All right, guys, we are over here with the Giant at CANIK. So, Adam, you guys have accessories that apparently Kaya missed when he was over here. Lame. So you just break those down for me?
You know, I don't know if I identify as a giant, maybe just an above average vertically blessed person, first off. So.
Okay, it's not my fault. I'm short, so you look like a giant.
It's 2023. You can't just be throwing out the term giant anymore.
In the 2A community, we can do what we want.
Point, counterpoint. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, so obviously the Rival S has been a huge component for us. It's been something that's really exciting to bring to market. That and the MC9 have been everything that everybody's talking about for us at the show. But CANIK USA has recognized the fact that obviously if you're going to come out with these cool platforms, then you need to have stuff that supports it. Right. Everything from full send, like we're going to see in a second, just down to basic little touches that you might want to do to kind of customize your gun. And we showed it with like things like the Miami Vice. Oh, you know, I mean, it's okay to have a personality with what you enjoy doing. And a lot of people,
those sold off our shelves like crazy.
Yeah, then they're still trying to get more. You know, and obviously that's the cool thing about a numbered edition. There are no more. Yeah. But yeah, so with the Rival S, you know, we got some cool stuff. The Rival S obviously being a chrome gun, well, if you want to just completely trick it out, and that would be in like a competition style. Maybe it's the speed for some, maybe it's not. We've got everything from like the gas pedal, you know, wood grips, different color mag releases. And the unique thing about it is it actually not only has the optics set and the extra weight even more to keep that muzzle rise down, but it's customizable in 15 different colors.
Really?
15 different colors we have. We know that these style of guns, especially the steel frame guns, have that that appeal to kind of add your own touch to them. You know, but then, like I said, you can just have a wood grip on this and it kind of make it sexy without going full RoboCop.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
But the thing is, depending on what you want to do you want to take it for competition? Do you want it to be cool? Do you want to do a little of both? And you can do all that.
That's awesome. And you said how many colors?
15 colors. Yeah, and everything from flat triggers to aftermarket sights to, I mean, anything you want that's a replaceable part on this is something that CANIK have thought about, and how can we give the consumer what they want in terms of truly making it their own. So we're really excited to bring it to market. We're excited to see the Rival S in action. I'm excited to actually get you one, and I'll make a commitment with you. I will get you one that you can have before Clint.
You guys heard that here first. I'm gonna hold you to that, just so you know.
All right. Well, I hope you have a fantastic rest of SHOT Show.
Thanks.
Yeah, from one little person to another.
Guys, check out CANIK.
All right, here we are at the Gemtech Suppressors booth, and I've got Anthony over here. Anthony, thanks for having us.
Thanks, Kaya.
All right, so Anthony, you just explained to us some awesome new system that you guys came up with.
Yes.
And it is super cool. I mean, it makes perfect sense, but when you explain it, it's just like mind-blowing.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and explain that to our audience?
Okay, I'll try not to word salad you guys to death.
All right.
So essentially how this system works is, well, shit. Let's start with the purpose. The purpose of this is that we all love the AR. The AR is a fantastic rifle system, and what we wanted to do was expand the threshold in which it performs fantastically. One of the places where it lets us all down a little bit is gas blowback when it comes to suppression. So what we did here is we employed some technology from tanks into the AR. So our GVAC gas system acts as a bore evacuator, just like on a tank gun. And how it works is we use pressures. So as the bullet travels down the barrel, we have two forward-facing ports in the barrel, including the gas port that drives gas down the tube and runs the gun. So high pressure wants to go to low pressure. All that gas following the bullet as it goes down the barrel is high pressure. So we tap off that excess gas that would normally just be lingering in the barrel, and that would become the gas blowback that we experience when we shoot suppressed, and holds it in the gas block. Then when the bullet leaves the barrel, that creates a vacuum, and all this high pressure gas that's stored in this gas block is now jetted forward and out. So it reduces all that excess gas that would just come out of your ejection port, and only the gas needed to drive the gun is driven down the gas tube.
So yeah, people may ask, and we were talking about this, like, what about the reliability? Because if you're trapping some gas over here, are you going to have enough gas back here to go back and cycle the bolt, right?
Yes.
And how does that work?
Yeah, yes, we would, because the ports that go into the gas block are forward of the gas port. So all that pressure following the bullet, everything that's needed to drive it is being driven back. So we're not tapping energy from back here before it gets to the gas port. We're tapping after it.
Okay, so with that being said, you got enough gas to cycle the bolt, and you trap some gases over here, so they stay here instead of coming out of the dust cover and just kind of like hitting us in the face. We all know that feeling. It's just like, oh man, after a few rounds, you're like, you can't breathe, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's a great solution.
It's also a reimagined barrel profile, so we shifted more weight to the rear, which helps increase the just the rigidity of the barrel itself, and also keeps the nose lighter. So when you throw a suppressor on it, and you'll see it in the whole firearm, but it just feels like a heavier gun rather than a gun with a weight on it. So weight balance was also really important to this design as well.
Absolutely, and the weight balance is super important. When you're trying to shoot obviously accurately, and when you're just simply holding, that weight up front, even if it's like a pound or two, feels like 10 pounds.
Certainly, The longer and especially the longer the barrel, the longer the lever, the more weight it feels like.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, phenomenal product, man. This is fantastic. And then you have the suppressor technology.
So we released two brand new suppressor designs at the show here. This is our Abyss 556, which is our reduced back pressure 556 suppressor. And just kind of like with the gas system, it also works with pressures. I got a video that's playing in back of you guys right now that shows exactly how this works. But essentially what happens is we are able to vortex gas around the outside of these baffles and then allow it to escape through this end cap and flash reduction system. So essentially we're turning what would be gas blowback inside the suppressor and moving that gas outside of it and using it for muzzle flash reduction. So we're taking all that combusted gas that's in the suppressor and we're channeling it to the front so that when your round breaks out, the atmosphere in front of the suppressor is already burnt, so there's nothing to ignite. So you get muzzle flash, basically no muzzle flash from the first shot to the last. So we're turning blowback into flash reduction.
So you got yourself a suppressor that's going to suppress the round and the sound, and you can have very, very minimal or to no flash profile. That's like a win-win for everybody. And you said this system is designed to work well together, right?
Yes, the reduced back pressure system in the gas system is going to make every suppressor more comfortable to shoot on this. But honestly, it's really the combination of these two things together, I think really take the cake. It's a very quiet suppressor. It's about 135 dBc at the muzzle. So 135 dBc is we use a C weighting scale. C weighting is a great scale for measuring between about 130 and 175 dB. So you actually get true peak sound performance. And we use a B&K pulse meter for anybody who wants to know, and that's the top of the line in the industry and is a very, very accurate and phenomenal system. So you get great sound, you get great muzzle flash, and a reduced back pressure can, reduced back pressure gun. You're getting the best of all worlds. And you also get our brand new Elite taper mount system that we developed. Oh no, don't fail me now, there you go. And it keeps the suppressor perfectly aligned. It has a nice fat, tapered bearing surface. So it also prevents gases from leaking into the recesses, so it resists carbon lock very well. And it just slides on, twist till you can't twist no more. And that's how you do it.
And that is your proprietary patented design?
Yes, we just released ETM. It is our design. Perfect. It is protected.
Yeah, guys, definitely check out Gemtech. If you want the most efficiency from this whole setup, you really got to use the suppressor with this barrel setup system.
Yeah,
it'll work. It'll work with other suppressors too, but you'll get the most out of this combo. This barrel system with the this Gemtech suppressor.
Yeah, we really think so.
Perfect. Well, you've done your testings with this, so right?
Took
you
a long
guarantee
time.
that. Yeah. So now there's something else we want to talk about besides this. There's an integrated suppressor on a barrel over here. Yeah. Non-NFA item you were talking about?
Yeah, so non-NFA item, so it's that upper receiver, but this in the completed firearms. So this is our combo collaboration. I was the PM for this as well that we did with Smith & Wesson. So this is the M&P15 Axe. It uses our GVAC upper, the same thing which we showed here. It's a fully ambidextrous gun. It has an improved flat face trigger, 6.5 pounds. The barrel is a 1-in-8 5R. It's sub-MOA gun with gold medal match. That's the ammo that we used for accuracy testing. Does great with ball as well. And again, it's 6.5 pound gun. It balances really well with the suppressor. So I mean, this is your whole suppress system right here. We really viewed this whole thing as everything's got to play nicely together, instead of basically this solves the problem with the rifle, making the rifle more comfortable to shoot, and this helps I guess it performs really, really well as a suppressor. I guess all together it's a great weapon system.
Yeah, it's super light, you said, right? Oh yeah. 6.5 pounds. That's not bad for a 16-inch.
For a 16-inch gun with it's not a pencil.
And there's an optic on it too, right now.
Full length rail.
Phenomenal. Really cool slim profile handguard. Just overall, awesome flat face trigger, ambidextrous. Oh, just beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now,
you worked real hard.
I can see that. And then we've got this thing over here.
Yeah. This is our Integra 556. You see it in a complete firearm here, but we sell it as a complete upper receiver group. Comes with charging handle, bull carrier group, and the beauty of it is it just maximizes. I guess the way to describe it is if you're looking for the best 5.56 suppressed experience, I really think this is it. It's a 10.5-inch barrel, chrome lined, 1-in-7 twist, and the suppressor is integrated into it. It has a proprietary gas block and gas system that works together very similarly to this too.
Is it the same as that?
Not exactly the same, but same principle.
Okay.
And what you get is phenomenal sound reduction, great flash suppression, and accurate and just reliability. And accuracy too. It's about a 1.5 to 2 MOA gun with good ammunition. And yeah, so you have a lot of suppressor here. You have a big extra expansion chamber in the back. The suppressor core itself is able to be removed for servicing, and so you can clean the barrel like you would a normal barrel. That's the downfall of some integral designs, is that the suppressor is truly permanently attached to the end of the barrel, and it does make barrel cleaning more of a pain. But with this system, you're able to maintain your suppressor components and your rifle components as you would normally.
Yeah, what's the weight on this overall, and is it like kind of front heavy at all?
I mean, you can see for yourself. I mean, the weight of the upper in total is 5 pounds. And the weight of this guy with the handguard and everything is about 4.2 pounds. Yeah. So, and it's a titanium tube, it's a titanium gas block, and it's a titanium suppressor core.
Yeah.
And it's all our of course. Yeah. It's our proprietary design too.
Super cool, and I know it's got like optics on it and 3X on it too, so it definitely adds a little weight. But no, this is phenomenal.
No, thank you.
I'd like to check it out, definitely.
Yeah, we'll work something out.
Well, Anthony, all right, I'll hold you to it. Okay. I really appreciate your time. Thanks a lot, man. This is really phenomenal. I'm curious to see how these will shoot when I get my hands on them.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
And walking through the IWI booth, we get to see our friend Ava over here. Ava, that's Flannel, by the way, right?
That is Flannel, that's correct. Although I'm still working on that flannel line.
Oh, yeah, the Flannel flannel.
Yeah.
It needs to happen.
Yeah, I know it does.
Yeah.
I'm still working on it. There's a million things. I can only be, so many places at once.
Right. Well, guys, if you haven't seen our coverage with Clint Smith and the Thunder Ranch 2-day AK Urban course, Ava and I ran that, had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Got bruised up.
Yeah, I know. I think I still have scars on my hands because of that.
Worth it.
Yeah, it was.
And of course, and battle scars. And you were on the podcast with Auburn.
Yeah.
Yep. And Yep. Well, he's actually with the Hugsworks now, which is pretty cool.
That's what I heard. So actually, I haven't been able to see him yet, but he's on my list to see.
Yeah, dude. But Scott and everybody's still over at Stag. Absolutely love him and all. But Auburn was on the podcast. So if you're not subscribed to the CF podcast, you should. You got yours too, the Gun Funny.
Yeah, Gun Funny podcast.
Yep. So I want to ask you, what's the coolest thing you've seen at SHOT so far?
I get asked that all the time.
Well, I'm asking you right now.
So, actually, I just got back from Holliston booth, and they have this, so they have a thermal and a night vision thing. Okay, that thing was gold. That was it took everything I had not to put it in my pocket and just scooching on, try to get out of there without them noticing that I took it. Right. But I really want one.
Dude, so yeah, I gotta admit, the HoloSun's optics with the night vision, and they also have the thermal one, they also have the thermal pro.
Yeah.
Dude, super cool stuff. It was something that just worked so well.
I know. And then were you just playing around with the buttons and seeing all the different, I was shut up and take my money.
Right, because you have the white hot, black hot, you had all these different settings in it too, and it's super easy and all that. I mean, it's just really cool. And then the night vision one, again, super budget friendly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I agree with that. That was really cool. And of course, we're at the IWI booth, and we already did our coverage of the Carmel, which is a cool little short stroke boy that I think is pretty neat.
I accidentally released that on my podcast, and I wasn't supposed to talk about it, and then it ended up all over Reddit. So I'm actually here at the IWI booth to say my apology,
kiss and make up.
Hopefully they don't drop me. Hi, Jeremy, love you. He's so mad.
The eyebrow raise.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, if anything, that just builds hype, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, it's buzz, and then I also was like, oh my god, am I finally famous? I'm all over Reddit.
That's what it takes. You got to be all over Reddit before you're famous.
Totally.
Yeah, but Ava, it's good to see you, man. So
nice
take it easy.
You.
Enjoy the rest of your show, right?
Yeah, you too.
Thanks.
Guys, we are over here at the Marlin Ruger booth with Brandon. Yep. Brandon, what are you holding? Can you just break that down for me?
Yeah, so brand new kind of for this show, we've got the small frame auto loading rifle, or SFAR. And, you can see the weight of this thing, the size and the weight. It looks a whole lot like our AR-556.
Right.
The big difference here is the magwell. This is our 308 platform, small frame auto-loading rifle. Of course, it's a gas impingement gun. You got the cold hammer forged, nitrided barrel, threaded muzzle brake. Yeah, that really helps, of course. Magpul furniture. Everything else is pretty standard. So it's a great lightweight rifle, good for hunting and long-range shooting.
Nice. So what you're saying is you took the AR and basically just threw in a bigger caliber and kept everything pretty much small and modular the same, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we kept the size the same. Of course, there's a ton of engineering and material science that goes into strengthening it to the point where it can withstand, that 308 caliber without having to, blow it out into a large receiver like an AR-10 type.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. I love that because all the AR-10s are just so heavy.
Yeah.
But that being said, since you just knocked down a little bit of the size, does it recoil just a lot more?
Obviously, physics is physics, so you've got more recoil. Muzzle brake makes a huge difference. Yep. Suppressor makes a huge difference. We were out there at range day. They're actually very comfortable to shoot.
Nice. That's super. That's super exciting. I'm glad to hear that. Can you please tell me about the new Marlin?
Yeah. Okay. So we also have a new Marlin. We brought out. We brought back the Marlin brand. A year or so ago. And if I can borrow that. We started with the 1895s, and that's our big bore 4570. The next one in the Marlin family that we've brought out here, this is a 336. So this is a 336 Classic. It's a 30-30 rifle, your traditional American deer rifle. It's one of the classic Marlins that was pretty well known. We've got it back now, blued, 20-inch barrel, walnut furniture on there. Of course, it's got that classic hooded Marlin sight. Yep. And oops.
You're good. I was gonna say we're chained up. You can't do much there. Yeah.
but yeah, of course, it's got that the classic square bolt 30-30 and a cross bolt safety. Just a really good looking rifle, and these will be out this quarter. We should be shipping them. We're making them now. They'll be shipping soon. They're here at the show.
Nice. I'm super excited when someone tells me, hey guys, these are going to be released first quarter, and we already have them in production, because a lot of times we'll walk around booths and they'll be like, yeah, it'll be here in the third quarter. I'm like, that's great. I'm super excited, but I got to wait, and I don't like waiting.
Yeah. Well, now you may still have to wait because there's going to be a lot of pent-up demand for these. They haven't been made in a few years, and we're really proud to be bringing it back and to have done it in such a good classic look.
Hey, if I have to wait, that's totally fine. But how it's like third quarter, and it's like, hey, I've been waiting for this long, and then you realize that the demand is crazy, and you're like, well, now I also have to wait even longer. So yeah. You guys are doing great jobs. I'm glad that you guys are bringing some more of the Marlin back. I love that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So guys, check out Ruger and Marlin. Thanks for your time, Brandon.
Appreciate it.
Here we are at the Smith & Wesson's booth. I've got Dave over here. Dave, thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you said you've got something new, and you're holding that in your hand.
Yes, sir.
Tell us all about it, please.
Yeah, so we just launched it this week. This is our M&P 5.7. So we added the 5.7 to the M&P family. It's a full-size polymer frame. It's a 22 capacity firearm, so it ships with two 22-round magazines. We actually have a new proprietary tempo barrel system. So it's a gas-operated barrel system. Doesn't cam open until the bullet passes the gas ports. Obviously, the 5.7's a hot round, so we wanted a way to kind of control that extraction. So it helps with precision. The recoil on this is minimal. It's really smooth shooting, very fun. Some classic features from the M&P family. Different slide serrations here. We got serrations on the top as well to reduce glare. Cut for optics, so you can run your favorite aftermarket red dots. And it comes threaded, which is great, to run a suppressor. Pick rail for accessories. It's internal hammer fired, so it's got a nice crisp trigger there. And you can run it fully ambi for lefties. Two models, one with a thumb safety, one without. So we're real excited to launch it.
So what inspired Smith & Wesson to go 5.7?
Well, the 5.7 seems to be, increasing popularity. Obviously, there's many offerings in the market, and we wanted to take the reliability of our M&P series and just add a caliber for people to have. So,
absolutely, 5.7 is a really fun caliber to shoot.
Right.
It's got, obviously, you're going to have increased capacity with that, without sacrificing, without having those really extended mags and printing issues and all that. So it definitely helps, and it's a round that'll actually get the job done too for whatever your application is. So.
Absolutely, yeah. So we wanted, with the M&P line, our engineers first, they want to figure out the ergonomics. They want it to feel good in your hand, and then going from there, we wanted to take some of the reliable features of the M&P family. So.
And lastly, the trigger. Is that like a traditional M&P trigger, or is that an upgraded trigger? What is that like?
So we had an upgrade in the M&P line with the flat face trigger. So it mirrors that, and it's internal hammer fired, so it's a little bit crisper. Yeah.
What is it, about probably 4 pounds, 3.5?
Yeah, around 4 pounds.
Gotcha. Can I try it out real quick?
Sure thing.
All right, I'll just put this right here. This is my way of holding my mic. You like it? Yeah. Okay, first of all, this gun is extremely light. Like super light. Slim, obviously. Look at this profile. So super slim, feels good. And let's try the trigger. Oh my God. This has to be the best M&P trigger I've ever felt. Okay, so I carried an M&P 40 for years on duty former law enforcement, and obviously triggers weren't like that. The hinge trigger style, the old school one, and it was not bad, but nothing like this. Wow. Nice 3 combat style white dots. This is phenomenal. Well, Dave, really appreciate your time.
Of course.
Thanks a lot for having us.
Sir. Appreciate it.
And lastly, no word on the PCC though, right? No 9mm PCC?
I'm not sure where that came from, but
okay. What's going on, Ryan? Anyways, but no, thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate your time.
We're over here now with Lewis Machine and Tool. I'm a huge fan of these guys. You guys do some just awesome work, man. And I gotta tell you, dude, absolutely, man. And every time I've hung out with you guys, seen you guys out in the public, and you're displaying some of your weapons and stuff, you guys are just like at the All-American Machine Gun Shoot that Rapid Fire Rachel put out. It was really cool because you guys were just literally just like, hey, come shoot our suppressed 240. Here's a belt. Here's 20 rounds. Here's 20 rounds. Go shoot it. It was really freaking cool, man. And you guys got some suppressors. We got to check these out, but I didn't have any video content on it, so I'm glad you guys are here to kind of show this off. But take it away, man. Just let us know what we got on the table here.
What shot's all about, baby, right?
Yeah.
So, like everybody else, we're debuting, something new. As you were at the All-American Machine Gun Shoot, we did have the M240, which is kind of a good segue into the evolution of the can. So, this was a government contract for the M240, which we've been working on that for about 6 years. Yeah. That can right there is about 2 years old. Probably had about 100,000 round plus through that thing. But as you're aware, shooting M240 is fun. Even more fun with a silencer on top, so you can go home, listen to your wife yell at you, or make a decision if you're gonna tell her you can hear or not. Right? Yeah, right. So that could have been a secondary weapon if you would need it to due to the weight. So essentially, what we've been able to do over the last few years is to put that thing on a diet, get it slimmed down, go through a lot of re-engineering and retooling to kind of arrive at where we're at today. So we used some of that design there from that 240 to see a pretty big performance increase, especially on the machine gun side and full auto side. Yeah. That's why we have the vent holes here. So essentially, the way the can works, and I'll do my best to present to the camera, is that we have some rearward gas go back and actually into this secondary chamber, and then proceeds to move forward. So with our law enforcement and military backgrounds, hence the defense of LMT defense, that actually helps. A big attribute that was always discussed with us was reducing that blowback. So we have a near zero blowback with the can, so you're not eating gas all the time.
Right.
So,
yeah. Which is a comfort thing and also a health thing at the end of the day. So it's very cool.
Not what the NFA says, but it's an auditory accessory. And at the end of the day, it's less toxicity, hearing safe. Yeah. You have the ability to again hear at the end of the day, which a lot of people in the service, big common complaint is loss of hearing. That's one of the major things that they deal with. So trying to alleviate that. So this is our signature flagship can. We call the Ion 30. Okay. So this is multi-caliber, anything from 17 up to 300 Winchester Magnum. Nice. And then we also have a titanium version of that as well. So this is about 19.5 ounces with the cap and the base. Comparatively, this is 14.5, and there's actually 2 additional baffles on this.
Oh,
so
wow. Yeah.
if you want to give these a fill later on, definitely a step forward from the L240 can for sure, that is
super light. Yeah. Man, that is cool. Wow.
So additionally, we also have our 5.56 dedicated can, which we call the Ion 5.56K. Yeah. So a lot of people start off with a multi-caliber and then decide they want to get that extra reduction in sound. Right. So that's what we're able to do with the 5.56. So in addition to the reduced blowback to the shooter, the other point is modularity. So if you're running a Surefire or an OSS base, we're not going to make you buy one of our muzzle devices just to support our can. So as long as it's that 1 3/8 by 24, that standard thread, able to change those in for compatibility and be good to go.
That is really cool. Yeah, because I've got pretty much Surefire devices on all my stuff. You know, they produce an awesome can. It's great and everything. I am really, really eager to try this stuff out though, especially on my little 10-3 Mark 18, and see how these, especially the little guy here, how this performs. You know, that's a really nifty can. It's not that much weight towards the end of the muzzle also. Yep. That feels really solid.
So that's about 15 ounces. Yeah. As I said, 19 and a half and 14 and a half here. Yeah. But able to, you know, adjustable modularity, as I said earlier. Right. Able to take the cap and the base off here. Yeah. Helps for cleaning, maintenance, all that good stuff. But also a previous good segue, which I know I talked about the muzzle device for Surefire or whatever else. We also do make our own muzzle devices, which another point we're showing off here for shot. Always looking to enhance the product portfolio wherever it makes sense. Yeah. So to that point, you know, we have a three-pronged flash hider here, as well as this was actually something new we had from an international request for some third protectors. Yeah. So we're small enough, and just for a quick differentiator, my brand is the LMT-AT, the advanced technology brand. So we do suppressors, accessories, as well as a shot counter. But essentially, we're nimble enough to get those customization requests from whomever, you know, our local dealers that, you know, we service, as well as with international contracts. But big enough to supply those international contracts, but small enough to be able to adapt and look for what's new. And you know, those guys are always, you know, dealing with the front end user and getting feedback, and that's all something we're receptive to adjust and adapt, right? So. We also have titanium cap and base, which, you know, a lot of guys would look to get that ounce to 2 ounce save with the cap that's being titanium or the base being titanium. So we have people interchange on the Ion 30 stainless to titanium cap and base. So whatever you guys want to do or whatever the consumer wants to do, leave it open to them to be able to adjust.
Gotcha. Well, that's awesome, man. No, I'm excited to run some of these once we get a few, you know, and working with you guys on some future projects. But that's awesome, man. Thank you for the information. And I know we've got Austin around here somewhere to talk about these rifles we've got up here, right?
Tells me he's around here.
All right, let's grab him. Let's talk about these 308 guys. Now we've got Austin here to talk about some things that go bang a little bit louder than what the silencers will. And we've got some 7.62 guys. Yeah, a little shorty PDW. Just take it away, man.
Yeah, great to see you again, Clint. So, you know, for 2023, we don't have a ton of new stuff. We do have some new stuff. So, really going to push to you know, make a bigger splash commercially here in 2023. Work on some stuff that's already known, but doesn't exist in any big numbers. So that's kind of a goal for us too. But we do still have some new stuff here. If you want to start at the top, as far as a complete rifle goes, people have been asking. Here it is, 308 piston. Yeah. So that's something that we've been working on for a while. Obviously, everybody's seen it with the Estonian Defense Forces, and it is coming to the commercial market too. Right. So
hold on one second. Hey, Rachel. So we were just talking about the All-American machine gun shoot. So yeah, why don't you come here really quick? Yeah, come on. Yeah, just come right here. There you go. Well, it's good to see you. We were actually just talking about LMT, the All-American machine gun shoot. Yeah. Having you guys out there. That was a super cool event. Are you doing it again?
Yeah, the plan is to do it again. We want to make it an annual event. Just got to find the right location.
Okay, all right, cool. It was a cool place this past year, but we're looking forward to it again. And also, I just wanted to say hey.
Yeah, I know. I saw you. I was like, ladies on camera, so I'm not going to interrupt.
Oh, dude, it's all good. So I figured since we were just talking about the All-American machine gun shoot, I figured to say hey to Rachel as she walked by.
No better time than the present, right?
Right.
Absolutely. So like I said, everybody was, you know, has seen this in the hands of the Estonian Defense Forces, and we've had enough people ask for it in the commercial market. So that's kind of where we landed on. So it's going to be very similar to what the Estonians are currently using. So it's still going to be a 16-inch lightweight profile chrome line barrel. Yep. You're going to lack the bayonet lug, unfortunately. I know a lot of people that might make upset, but you know, that's where we landed on that. It's going to have a 2-position gas port on it for everybody wanting to put suppressors on it. Yes. Because you should.
Yes, you should.
It's the least you can do, be polite, you know. So, right. Staying in the 308 game though too. Now this is not going to be in a complete rifle as of right now, but finally the return of long 308 uppers. Yes. I know this has been long overdue. We had some compatibility issues with certain barrels, you know, with the original long M-Lock upper, we've made some revisions. It's finally back. Yeah. So we're all really excited for that. So for anybody who is running anything, especially in more of like a DMR configuration that wants to have a little bit more room for clip-on thermals, clip-on night vision, this is it.
Yeah, and run that bipod a little bit further out, get a little bit more room for...
Exactly, right. So it's going to make all that a little bit more friendly.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome.
A little bit easier, so I know, like I said, that's definitely been long overdue. So
yeah, I think I need to build out one of these guys. But now we're talking DMRs. Now we're going really short here.
Complete opposite end of the spectrum, right? Yeah. So something that has probably been seen. You know, everyone's probably familiar with the silhouette and seen the PDW stock kit and everything. That's obviously been around for a while. Yeah. And some people might have seen some short, kind of not widely released uppers that have kind of floated around in the market for the last few months, but this is now going to be a standard catalog item. So we have our M-LOK PDW length upper.
Yes.
So this is something that, like I said, we've been working on for a while. Definitely was born out of an international contract, with our defense contracting heritage and all of that fun stuff.
Right.
So something we are going to bring to the commercial market.
That's awesome. And I got to tell you, though, this is a 5.56?
It is currently correct, yeah.
Okay, currently, I heard that.
This configuration.
In that configuration, I'm just saying, to me, it looks like it would be an awesome 300 blackout host.
I think you might be onto something there. So so for anybody who's a fan of 300 Black, so this, like I said, is only going to be available as an upper assembly. It's not going to be in a complete gun. This is something that was designed for a very specific customer. However, the rest of us thinking the same thing. You're looking for a 300 Blackout. That's coming along as well. So
there it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, perfect. Well, I'm looking forward to that. That I think would be an awesome. Yeah, I think that'll be an awesome suppressor host and 300 blackout.
Yeah. Anybody who's looking for an awesome, really short backpack gun, if you want to run the PDW kit, or if you're looking to put a loft holder on it, this is gonna be the go-to for sure.
That's awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for taking the time, man. Guys, check out LMT.
Appreciate it.
You too, man. See you at the American Machine Gun Shoot next year.
Guys, we are over here at the FOSTECH booth. We have David. David, what do you got for me?
Well, this year, one of the new things we got coming out is a 22.
Nice.
And it is a dedicated 22. And one of the really fun things about it has our Echo trigger in it.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does, and it runs like a sewing machine, literally.
That is so amazing, and I'm sure it's super lightweight because all of your stuff is.
Yep, it's made of our lightweight aluminum magnesium alloy, and very, very lightweight. It's great for the kids.
Nice. So did you guys? Is that also your muzzle brake?
It is.
I like that. It's really cool.
Yep.
So how many colors is this coming out in?
Right now it's just in tungsten, but we'll be, sometime this year we'll launch it in some other colors when we start using our other upper and lower that we have.
Okay, awesome. And God, I love these so much. I love your products so much. Like, I really do. They're amazing. Are these gonna look any different? Or are they all gonna look the exact same? Because I know you guys usually put different handguards on them, stuff like that, and have different SKUs. So is that gonna be a thing or no?
So this is our flight series.
Okay.
So right now this is what we're doing, but we will be running this in our stealth series at some point. So it'll have the more faceted look to it.
Okay, yeah, because I know that's what people are going to be asking, because those things are awesome.
Yeah, and when we do that, that's when we'll have the multiple colors.
Okay,
It'll come out.
yeah. No, that's super awesome. So are these ready on the shelves now, or, well, these here, the one you had first?
At the warehouse, ready to ship.
Okay, awesome. So what are we looking, probably second, third quarter on the others?
Yeah, probably somewhere in the second quarter next year.
Okay, that's awesome. I look forward to it. You guys have amazing extremely amazing products, and they're super lightweight. Like oh wow. I always forget how
It feels like a pop can, doesn't it?
It does, it really does. But I know
as far as the weight's concerned.
Oh yeah, but I know they work though. Like, they're amazing. I mean, I could just hit you with this and it would hurt you, but it's not heavy, so. I won't hit you because your wife's standing right there and she'll probably hit me. She'll probably be like, that's my man.
She probably would.
Oh, I know she would. I know her. She's not mean.
Well, if you hit me,
she's just protective. She's just protective. But thank you so much. You guys have amazing products, and we look forward to see what you guys have in the future. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Yeah, of course, guys. Check out FOSTECH.
So while we're over here filming at LMT, I've got something kind of spicy, kind of cool in my hands here. I recognize this fine gentleman to my left, and if you've been watching the channel for any length of time, and you've seen me do like silencer videos, things like that, I've often said, look, we are not experts in this. All I ultimately am is a trigger puller. If you want the breakdown, you want the numbers, go check out Jay from Pew Science. If you want to know the exacts, decibels, all that type of fun stuff, this is the man. So Jay, it was super cool to run into you at LMT, first of all, and I personally, Ryan too, who's usually behind the camera and everything, and myself are big fans, and we appreciate and reference your work all the time. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Like I told you when we were speaking earlier, it really warms my heart when folks are using the data analysis. It's the reason I do it. I'm doing it for the people.
Yeah.
Any benefit that manufacturers or the industry or gun manufacturers, silencer manufacturers are getting as collateral, I'm glad to be able to help them. But at the end of the day, it's the end user.
Right.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And so I think your comments to me about the value that you find in it, the value that your colleagues find in it, I think it means the mission's working.
Yes. Yeah,
So.
and what's cool too is, man, like, so I shoot the Flow 556K fairly often and the Surefire RC2, and we did like a kind of a comparison in some of these and all that, and then we look at your numbers and it's like, oh my God, I am literally feeling the numbers translate.
Yeah.
Right? So that's super cool, man.
Yeah, that's something I'm very proud of. The Sansa Sound standard works well, and more specifically, the suppression rating tracks with actual, physiological response.
Right. Thank you so much, man. Again, your work and everything, we're going to keep referencing it, and I hope you're cool with that.
I'm absolutely cool with it, and please, I wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Yeah, you as well, man. Thanks again, dude.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we are over here at LWRC with Scott. Scott, I would say thank you for your time, but I'm letting you sit down, so.
You're letting me sit down at my own booth. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Listen, if it wasn't for me saying let's sit down, you'd be standing up right now.
I would still be over there standing up. You're 100% correct. So thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime. That's what I'm here for. All right, let's start here. Break that down for me and move down the line.
So this is the SMG 45. I know things are a little messy as of Friday, and we kind of anticipated it. So we've been, brainstorming ideas how to keep this in a product line availability, and this is one of the options we think we're going to be able to offer. It's the SMG 45. Everything's the same as it's been, except the end cap is now a QD sling mount. So we think that this should be good to go moving forward and still be orderable, but we'll see.
Yeah, we try not to get too technical because, rules, but no, that's awesome. I like that you guys are helping us out on that for sure. What we got here?
This is a new rifle that we're going to come out with for this year at a lower price point. The name's kind of out in the air, but it's going to be like our entry-level firearm. So it's our standard DI upper, spiral fluted barrel, our hand guards. The only difference mainly is it's a non-ambi lower, which allowed us to bring the price point down for the guy who's on a budget.
Nice. So basically what you're saying is the same amazing product, but we took out the ambi controls just to knock the price down so that, you can start off entry level, and so you don't have to be like, hey, I'm going to jump in and, put my mortgage down over here on this one when I could just, make a car payment there.
Correct. I mean, it's the same barrel, same gas system, same bolt carrier, all good to go. I mean, our typical spiral fluted barrel that we're known for, just the non-ambi controls.
So basically you could just pop in your own ambi controls though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. See guys, that's the way to go. And then after you love that one, then you can buy this one.
So this is another new gun we've just been putting out here the last couple months. So this is the ICDIR. It's a DI 16-inch spiral fluted barrel. Has the ambi controls, but it's Cerakoted. This is the Premier Dealer gray camo pattern. Shout out to CGC Cerakote in Texas. They hooked us up with these. They did a phenomenal job. I mean, it's a great looking gun. I mean, it's all around it's phenomenal, It's got M-LOK hand guards, because that's big in the market. So, that's what people wanted. That's what we give them. These are ready. These are good to go.
Nice. So are you guys looking to have other colors out and other patterns out in the future?
We're playing with it. Yep. Okay. It's something we're definitely playing with and looking at.
Because I know that's a huge thing. People are like, I'm tired of black guns. And they're like, well, there are very good Cerakotes out there. So get a black gun and do with it what you need to. And what about this one? I know you said this, said this one's a limited run, right?
Yeah, this will be a limited run. So this is our standard SPR, which is gas piston.
Yeah.
Fixed position.
Oh, love gas.
Spiral fluted barrel, ambi controls like everything we do. So basically the only difference between this and our normal SPR is it's a billet receiver set.
Nice.
So it's a limited number we have. So when these are gone, they're gone. So if you find one, get one.
Oof, guys, that's the way to go, because not only is it a great name brand product, but it's a limited run. So like in 5 years, that's going to be worth a lot of money.
Right, and the lines look so pretty in that receiver set.
It does. That looks really good. I like the way. Yeah, I like the cuts. Everything. Like it's beautiful.
It just flows.
So, what are you guys looking? You got anything new that you think you guys are coming out with in the future that you're not allowed to touch on, but kind of want to touch on?
Kinda.
Kinda.
I mean, we're working on some things, definitely.
You're not allowed to talk about it.
I'm kind of, my hands are kind of
like, I really want to talk about it, but I can't talk about it.
I want to, because it's exciting, you know what I mean? But my hands are tied.
Okay, let me put it this way. Are we going to be seeing this said product within the next year?
We're hoping.
Okay.
We're hoping.
Okay, cool. So next SHOT Show it'll be out.
Yep, should be. That's the plan.
Keyword should, guys.
Should be.
All right, guys.
Things go as planned.
Yes, for sure. Guys, these guys here, they do great, amazing work. And yeah, their price point is a little bit higher, but when it's a product this amazing, dude, just save up. Don't spend like your money on the little tiny cheaper guns. Save your money up. Get one of these bad boys, and it'll run and gun forever. So
you won't regret it.
Oh, not at all.
Regret it.
Exactly. So guys, just check out LWRC. They're great products. Guys, we are over here at Strike Industries. We have Josh. Josh, thank you for taking time out of your day to tell me about all these cool things that you guys have. We sell a crap ton of it, so I would like you to just break some stuff down for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one of the favorite things I think is how just stuff pops out from Strike Industries, and it's just our favorite thing. We're gun nuts. We love doing this, and it's kind of more fun being at work than it is not. So when we're looking at all the stuff that comes out, we're just going to try and run these a little bit quick for you. On this little guy, we're showing our ARCA adapter. So a lot of people have them. We've done a little bit of a lighter one. So this is 6.8 inches. We're going to have a 4-inch and then possibly up to a 12-inch coming out. It'll be a little bit lighter. So again, maybe the competition shooters will want. They want something made out of lead or like heavy titanium or elephant bones. But this one will be a little bit more light. So more like on an SPR type basis. We'll see right up here our little air tag holder. So that's something that we've been showing. You guys were pretty excited about it. Allows you to inventory your stuff real quick, or if somebody takes your gun, allows you to get on there, get on your iPhone, get on your iPad, and kind of find out where it's at. Make that report real quick. I'm gonna flip this little guy around.
You're good. You're good.
And right here, you're gonna see our 45-degree angle on the ambush. Ambush is a product we've had out. Sits nice and low. You don't really lose any rail space. Flippable either side. So if you want to be a weird lefty, you can go the other way. But we don't like this move. No, just kidding.
Easy.
Yeah. We'll go on over a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to move over to 1022's chassis system. So everybody's very excited about this. Chassis system come in 3 sections, all in the same kit. So you'll be able to build either a charger like there is behind you or a full rifle build out, however you want to do. Takes a standard AR threaded buffer tube or our adapter. So if you're building a charger, you can do a folder. If you want to be able to pack it down into something smaller. Before anybody asks, and I know they will, it doesn't do the takedown. That's be later.
It's coming.
Oh yeah.
We didn't really say that, but we kind of did.
All right, AKs. Dude, I love AKs. I love and I hate AKs. So
It's a love-hate relationship for sure.
Yeah. So this handguard is our first entry back in. One of our first products years ago was Trax 1 and Trax 2, an aluminum key mod. That's how long ago it was, key mod, as I just became pubescent. You'll see M-lock in 4 different positions, cut out for your sling, and it will come with adapters.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Adapters are the way to go.
Which AK do you love? Which AK do you have?
Oh, yeah.
And you also see on this guy our little AK to AR adapter that allow you to put on any flat top AR grip.
That's
so
great.
Everybody's got their own favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Fits your paw. You do it your way. You also see our polymer pit stock. So this is a pit stock. We did the aluminum before. We wanted to lose a little bit of weight, give a little bit more grippiness, and still retain how much it cups into your shoulder.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's one of the most comfortable stocks we make.
Oh no, I love it. It looks great.
Here we go. Go on. Four. So we talked about our golf ball launcher, right?
Yes.
So that'll fit 8 of our different muzzle brakes.
I'm scared now.
Pops onto this little guy.
Smack this me in the head with this in a minute.
Nice and easy. Threads on. Pop a blank in there, and you're sending a golf ball about 300 to 500 yards.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's pretty good because my driver game is terrible.
This is how I win.
Let's come on down here. All right. So Scorpions, we've been doing Scorpion stuff for quite a while.
Yeah.
We do all the extended, so foregrip, magwell, safeties, everything else. And on the S3, we just kind of want to highlight that all of it still works. So the 3 Plus, they went ahead and lightened up the Scorpion, made it a little bit more fun and compact. And now all of our accessories, we checked them out, they still work. It'll also show the AR to Scorpion adapter. So in the same thing
that's
like
awesome.
that AK,
Yeah.
now you can get the grip that you want on there instead of something else that may not work for you.
No, that's great because some of those grips are just pain.
Yeah.
You don't like them, and it's just like, oh, well, I'll just deal with it because I like the gun.
Yeah, and it's one of the things I think across the line you'll see, and our fans normally know that, is that like Strike, it's completely modular and normally built off a base spec, so you don't have to do it the way I tell you to.
Yeah.
I ain't your dad. So like, you do you, good to go. So we'll move on.
Did you guys hear that? A man just admitted that his way might not be the best way. I'm just saying.
I got a wife that'll tell you that in spades. So there we go. Chris Vectors. All right. So Chris Vectors are fun. Chris USA is awesome. Hi, Mike. So we made a handguard for it that also fits up under our 9mm oppressor. And that means it's going to fit most cans.
Oh, yeah.
And it will definitely fit. We've already tested and tried it on both shrouds.
Ooh.
So if you have the newer Vector rifle or the older Vector rifle, you can still use it. No
Oh,
issue.
no, that's great.
Yeah. This guy's also got our flip-up sights on it. So if you look at this little guy, in the folded, you still have an iron sight configuration.
Oh, that's awesome.
Once you pop it up to fold, it's full double diopter and full adjustable forward.
That's super sweet.
Yeah, and the price point's going to be pretty sweet. We don't have it yet.
That's always my favorite. It's the price point on you guys stuff. It's great.
Well, and I think Strike Industries, everybody knows that. Like, price for quality, I think we're probably pretty high up on the list for everybody.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
So let's go. Yeah. All right. We're going to come over here to all of our chassis systems. So we had already launched the SMC, the Strike Modular Chassis for 320s. We're just expanding it a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
Picatinnied in the back so it'll fit our dual folder.
Oh, I like that.
That also will just come off if you do it right.
You sure it can?
Yeah. There you go.
No, that's awesome. Super awesome.
And I think most people actually didn't see this. I saw a lot of people here that kind of weren't aware that they're QD points. So you can always up under a jacket it, or if I'm out on my tractor, it's a nice easy way to tuck it up and keep something a little bit longer range, but up and away.
No, that's great.
So we're going on over to the rest of the add-ons for this guy.
Okay.
And you'll see the blast shields and the chassis mounted compensators. The best thing, and again for our customers, they like to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Just, you can do your add-ons. You can add on a bit, mag wells, aluminum EMPs. So we upgraded from the polymer over to the aluminums. And then if you look all the way up top there, we're gonna have a new backstrap coming out for that allows you to now take your chassis system and run it just as a full aluminum, nice hefty SIG 320.
I mean, let's be honest. Who doesn't want add-ons to their basic handgun? Who doesn't want add-ons?
I think all of us have bought a Glock, loved it, and then a week later, started putting a part on. And then started putting a part on. We get a 320 and we go, ooh, drop in trigger pack. So what could I do? And then you just keep going. And I think that's the most fun of our community nowadays, is that we're letting people do whatever they want to do. Again, if you're old, like, here was the gun, here how it worked, and you did exactly this. Nah, man, as long as you're safe and you're having a good time, it's your gun. You do your thing.
Oh, I've said this like a million times this show, but it's like tactical Legos, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we love that, because the thing is, quality guns are not cheap. So it's great to have the firearm that you want, but also be able to have a little bit extra amazing things to go on top of it. So it's great.
I think before we were doing that with color, and we still do. I mean, we still do red line, blue line, sometimes gold, sometimes OD, you know, the things you want to do, custom Cerakote. And that's a great expression of your personality, but now you can actually tweak the gun the way that you want to use it. You know, I'm a little T-Rex arm shooter, so like, I like a forward grip. Other people are like, no, that's dumb, I'm going to just do a C-clamp. As long as you're having fun, and again, being safe, do whatever you want. Who cares?
I 100% agree with you.
Well, we're not done yet.
Oh, okay.
Because you're like, oh, oof, where'd that come from? So, on this little guy right here, you thought I was done. No, there's always things stuck in my pants. So we have our RMR to Acro adapter. Anywhere you can put an RMR, you can slap an Acro on now.
That's awesome.
So this is our light slide, already accepts all standard optics. Now you can drop the plate on and pop your Acro onto it.
I love that because I don't know how many times people have been like, oh, I have this, and now I only can use this one optic, and I'm like, well, that's lame, because then you have to buy an entire plate, all this and that, so that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that.
On this little guy here.
Oh, would you like me to hold that?
No, you're good.
Okay.
You got a Glock 43, strike light slide, strike ultra match barrel.
Oh, I like that.
So that's going to tighten up groups, give you a nice crowning. That is just raw, so obviously they'll be coming in blacked.
Yeah.
That 43 that we made will also fit the 43, 43X, and 48 frame. So again, you're going to do it the way you want.
Gotcha. So are these only going to be coming in black?
I don't know. You know, strike. Like
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
purple lame, some sequins, things like that. I no idea what we're going to end up doing. I will say this: the parts that you can't see though is the slide completion kit. So we're going to have an entire kit out, so you can build your entire slide for whichever, whether you want 43, 43X, or 48.
No, that's super, super great.
Now, we'll finish
Anytime you can upgrade a Glock, you know, I'm all for it.
And in the same way, 365.
Ooh.
So if you're like me and you bought a 365 real early on,
I still have the original manual safety.
yeah,
Like
okay,
the
there you
OG
go.
one, yeah.
So how about a little bit of a fatter grip? Gives you a little bit more control.
Yeah. Oh.
Again, our light slide, our barrel, that light slide will allow you to put on multiple different optics. And it's got that strike styling to it.
You know, I was actually debating buying the X Macro, but I think I'm just gonna buy parts now instead of doing that.
Yeah. So I did the, my daughter wanted her first gun, and so I literally bought in one of every subcompact in my dealership, and I was like, oh, let's go shoot.
Yeah.
And so now I got a 365, and I was like, oh, now I can play with it.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. Like, I need to know what all's on this so that I can upgrade mine.
Yeah, we'll get it to you.
Yes, please.
That's pretty much the rundown. There's 100 more parts we could probably go over, but I'd say definitely for a strike, always keep an eye on social media, our Instagram. I'm sure we have a TikTok or something too, maybe an OnlyFans. I don't know. It's weird. It's more than I know.
I'm gonna stop. Oh, that's so funny. Like, you're like the 7th person I think that has mentioned OnlyFans with me on their channel. I mean, on their interview this week. So
wow,
it's really bad. It's not good.
I mean, as long as
I do not have an OnlyFans, and I do not plan on having just to clarify that.
I heard it's good for accounting or something. No, so I'd always watch our social media. That's always the most. Like, I've gone out to sales calls and been surprised that we have things out already.
Yeah.
But we just like doing that. The pace that we keep up is rampant, and it keeps us engaged and keeps us active.
Yeah.
So hit us up. Like I said, IG, Facebook, everywhere else.
Yeah, guys, check out Strike Arms. Good stuff.
Cheers. Thank you all very much.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you. Sorry. I was yawning. End of day 3, part 2. I'm exhausted. How about you?
Oh, same here. I want some more coffee.
More coffee, dude.
I know.
Really?
Hey, you know what? I can drink coffee and go to sleep. But
Well, then why do you even drink coffee?
When I drink coffee, I feel like I stay awake more.
But then you can turn around and go to sleep.
I can, 100%.
Bro, you got issues.
I do.
That being said, guys, we're super excited to wrap up day 3 here. Go check out all of our old footage. There's a ton of that. Day 1, day 2, today, earlier this morning, this footage, and then there's also some training. There's also some range days earlier in the week, so check out all that footage. Make sure you're subscribed because we have a whole nother day tomorrow.
Oh, God.
So,
yeah.
Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with us. We're exhausted. We hope you guys are not as exhausted watching our footage as we are, so keep it up, and we will see you in the morning.